Hello and welcome to Screen Matter, an entertainment and technology-focused visual podcast by Garrett Chisholm and Sean Walters, college students both majoring in emerging media and digital arts. Join us as we talk amongst ourselves, discovering new influences, analyzing upcoming concepts, and unveiling creative inspirations.
I'm back.
We're wasting film.
Film.
We're on the clock.
We're running out of reel.
Yep, we're on the clock.
What should I say for the introduction? Do I need to introduce myself?
Just be yourself. Casual. This is all about just being yourself, you know? I mean, how hard can that be?
Well, how does
one
one
know
introduce?
That we're being recorded.
Yeah.
We're aware.
I am self-aware.
Can we still be ourselves, though?
I don't think we can.
I was asking myself this earlier.
Can you be yourself when you're recorded?
Is there any footage of me online where I know that I was being recorded, but I was still myself? What do you think?
That's a crazy thing to think about, really. I bet you somewhere on the internet it exists.
What?
A video of you walking down the street, uploaded without your permission.
Well, that's not what I meant, but okay.
No, it's similar.
I meant like you're, I don't know, you're just being yourself on camera or on mic, I guess. And
then someone recorded it, and
but you knew you were being recorded, Garrett.
Yeah. What's the point?
Okay.
That'd be a good blooper.
No, that's the intro. So this is Screen Matter. I'm Sean.
I'm Garrett.
And we're gonna introduce ourselves. So I'm Sean, a 20-year-old senior college student at Southern Oregon University, majoring in emerging media and digital arts with interests in many different areas, from video editing to photography to web design. For now, I just consider myself a multimedia artist. I focus a lot of my time on my education, but besides that, I love just listening to music. I'm just a terrible speaker, dude. I love just listening to new music, riding my bike around, going on runs at night, playing guitar, and watching any kind of entertainment I can, from movies and TV to YouTube videos. What about you, Garrett?
I mean, basically same.
I know, right? Emerging media and digital arts?
Yeah, we're both majoring the same thing, except I'm a year behind because I couldn't get my shit together my first year. But
that's true.
I mean, other than that, I mean, a lot of our focuses are pretty similar. I'm also really into photography. Mm-hmm. Not as much right now, but I'm definitely gonna get back into it at some point. And I love messing around with like Illustrator. I love Vector. I've been doing that forever. And
do some cool art.
I love skateboarding. I mean, I've been learning how to ride at the park lately. I'm getting pretty good at that. I'm pretty close to being able to drop in the bowl. That's something I've been wanting to do. I actually can't. I'm really bad at flat ground. That's why I went to the park. I learned I'm more of a vertical skater. What I mean by that is like going down hills and, you know.
Yeah, you're just a rider, not a tricker. That's what the cool kids say.
I'm not a tricker.
We both... I think where were you born here? In Southern Oregon?
I was born on the coast.
Oh.
Seaside, Oregon.
I forgot about that. I was born in Antioch, California, but we both kind of share. When did you move here into this area?
I was 3 years old, and we moved down here because my grandparents, and I think my dad's brother moved down here, and we were the only ones left at the coast, so we just decided to move down.
In Central Point or somewhere else around here?
Central Point.
Okay.
In fact, I've lived in that neighborhood that I've been in with my parents. We've been there since 2003.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. We moved up here after I was born in Antioch, California. We moved up here like a year after I was born. But it wasn't here in Central Point. It was like in Rogue River. And then eventually we moved to Central Point.
Was that the house that burned down?
Yeah. That cabin in the woods.
That's not a touchy topic, is it?
No. I wasn't there. I was at school. I have this visual image in my head still from my memory where I see like the burned down house, and then I just see my friend Jesse right next to it in front of me, just staring at me with like big eyes.
Really?
That's just in my head.
It's a vivid memory that never existed.
Yeah.
I have memories like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I definitely have some weird memories that I know for sure didn't happen.
Yeah, we had the same schooling from middle school, basically from Scenic. I went through a bunch of different schools before that, but I'm assuming you went through like the normal public school, like kind of route from Richardson Elementary to Scenic.
Yeah, I went to Jewett.
Oh, you went to Jewett and then Scenic. Okay.
All my friends ended up being friends that went to the other public schools in Central Point. In fact, I don't even remember anybody from Crater that came from Jewett.
Oh,
I can't think of anybody. Maybe Jonathan, but
Jonathan Van Gelder.
Yeah, I think he's probably it. I mean, Taylor, he came from May Richardson.
Wilson. Yeah, he did. He was in my class. I went to May Richardson for like half of second grade, and he was in that class. I remember. I have the class picture. I remember bullying him about it a little bit in Scenic as a joke.
You bullied him?
Well, I was like, Taylor, look at this picture of you in second grade. Isn't it funny? Haha.
Yeah, I feel like I did some of that shit too. Middle school is rough.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it probably because I was the one enjoying it too much. I think I was probably being pretty mean, but that's just what you do in middle school.
I only remember a couple things about you in middle school, like you hanging out with Tyler or whatever his name was. Wasn't it Tyler?
Yeah, the skater guy that looks. Yeah, he looks like what I look like now.
He looked like an evil twin version of you because he had black hair.
Yeah, he was a shorter version of me from the future. Because I have the same haircut as him now, and it's the same color.
I thought you guys had the same haircut before, though.
We kind of did. We both had kind of a bowl cut, but I used to have dirty blonde hair, but now I dye it black. So,
You ever gonna go back to that hair?
No,
the bowl cut. No, why not?
I don't know. Is it a bowl cut?
I don't. That's what you just called it.
I don't think I don't really have a bowl cut right now. I think it's more of a. I don't even know what you call it. It definitely looks better. It's more professional looking. That's why I dyed it black. It matches the rest of my. It matches the rest of my body hair.
Okay.
What?
I was gonna say your attire, like your clothing.
Well, yeah, my attire,
your
but
hair?
by body hair I meant facial hair.
Oh,
because my eyebrows are also black.
Really?
Yeah, they're naturally black.
I never noticed that. Really, that's very interesting, actually.
I have very defined eyebrows because they're pitch black. And I haven't grown my facial hair at all, so you wouldn't really know much. But I also have like pitch black facial hair, so that'd be pretty interesting if I tried to grow something.
I think you definitely have stronger facial hair than me. Like,
I should try it out.
I don't really do anything. I don't really need to, except for the sides. But the
sides,
my mustache.
Yeah,
I don't
the
really
stash. The stash is where it grows. The chin and the stash. I don't have any sideburn yet.
I do have quite a bit on my chin.
Do you have any sideburn? Like the hair that grows down from like the edge of your hairline by your ear?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I always cut that when I can.
Yeah, I shave that off too. It's just there's not enough growing there for it to be worthy of keeping.
Yeah, it just doesn't look that great. And I don't think I don't even know if I could grow a beard with where the hair grows on my face. Anyways.
I used to hate facial hair. I kind of embrace it now when I don't shave.
I remember Matthew always talking about how he hated facial hair in high school. He always
I remember him talking
out
about he'd
it.
have to shave every morning. Can you imagine that?
No.
How often do you shave?
Sometimes it's just every other week.
Every other week, yeah.
At least once every 2 weeks, I guess. I don't really care too much.
I shave outside. Whenever I go outside. Yeah. If I'm just walking around in the dorm, I won't shave it. But if I'm like gonna go to an interview, or I'm going to see a friend I haven't seen in a really long time, or I don't know, I'll shave it up, make it look nice. It takes a couple minutes.
Yeah. Let's move on to let's talk about how we came up with like the idea for the podcast a little bit, because we're both, I guess it's mainly just because we both listen to similar kind of news conversation podcasts, right? Where they're kind of just casual and laid back. Yeah. I don't really listen to any narrative, like creative podcasts, and I didn't really give myself any time to think about any of those. So that's why we came up with this idea of just doing like a casual news related conversation podcast.
Yeah. This is a great format for us for sure, because I like talking about news. Every time I meet somebody in person, I'm always talking about whatever's going on. So
that's true. Yeah, you definitely are doing that. We send each other news sometimes, and
we used to do that a lot more than we do now. Usually it's about an assignment or whatever now, but
yeah, and we partnered.
Probably do that more.
We partnered up because we know each other, and we thought it would make it a little bit more fun and collaborative to do that. But we also did a little collaboration project called the SlimeCast like a little more than a year ago.
And that wasn't even there. We had no incentive to do that. That was just out of pure boardom.
Yeah, notice how I didn't call it a podcast this time. I just said it was a project, but you could maybe call it a podcast. It was like it was just us streaming and archiving. I just wanted to archive like our Discord conversation and interaction. That's all it was, really.
It was really more of a hangout session over Twitch. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be kind of audience driven, but there ended up only being one person in the audience at all times.
Good old Jen.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's doing now.
Yeah, I should probably message her at some point.
Did she join in one time in the Discord and talk?
I think she did a couple times.
Do you remember? Like, with you? Like, did you hear her?
Yeah, she had a softer, feminine voice.
Yeah, I barely remember, but it was once. It was, remember when you were streaming on the account? Because we switch between who's streaming sometimes, and you were streaming, and you needed to go to sleep, but I was staying up late, and you set a timer until the stream would turn off. And I was prepared to switch over when that timer went off, so that when it went offline on your end, I would go online on my end to take over the stream. And in that very small buffer period, she joined the Discord and talked before I could. She like immediately joined when your timer went off and the channel went offline.
Did I have some sort of countdown that the stream was aware of? Because I do not remember that.
I don't think you do remember. You do know that there's like a setting in OBS though, right? To have that countdown, but I don't think the stream could see it. No, I didn't know when it was going to happen. I was prepared though. I was prepared for it to happen, and I think she just saw that it went offline sooner than I did. And joined.
Twitch gives you like a 30-second grace period till it fully puts it offline.
Okay,
yeah. When you disconnect abruptly from a stream, it gives you like 30 seconds, right? Say your internet went out or your power went out or something.
I think I know. I don't know exactly. I know that the default delay is usually like 10 seconds or like between 5 and 10.
Can it be less than that?
It might be able to go. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it could go down to like 2 or 3, like really low. Like I've noticed.
You could do Jackbox with that. Yeah. You could easily do Jackbox with 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't require much reaction time at all, actually. I don't think you need any. You wouldn't need any. Even like a 10-second delay would be fine, I think. So that's it for this episode of Screen Matter. If you would like to help support the podcast and stay updated on newly released content, please follow or subscribe. If you would like to follow and learn more about us individually, Garrett is at Garrett Chiz on Instagram and Twitter, and Sean is at Software Damage on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. We want to thank you for listening, and we hope to see you come by next time for more Screen Matter.